Looks like we have our first couple questions coming in. So we'll go to Andy Greeter to St. Paul Pioneer Press with the first question.
Hey, Rashod, thanks for taking the time. I hope you're feeling well after your COVID diagnosis. I wanted to ask you kind of about that. And have you kind of gone through all the symptoms? Are you feeling you return your sense of smell and taste and those kinds of things and feel like you're 100% again?
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely thanks for asking, by the way. I'm definitely back to 100%. When I tested positive with COVID, that was earlier in the summer. But I have recovered 100% and I'm doing well right now. Thank you.
Let's go to Dave Campbell with the Associated Press.
Hey, Rashod. Thanks for doing this. I'm just wondering, kind of what maybe was the final kind of thing that sort of pushed you to sort of reconsider your early decision, and maybe if you had kind of that feeling, maybe that light bulb kind of moment when you kind of knew this is what you wanted to do.
Are you referring to opting out or opting back in?
Opting back in, sorry.
Oh, well, for me, for one, it was strictly health. With the new testing and daily testing protocols, I definitely feel safer being around a facility and being around the teammates and just being a football player here at the University of Minnesota all over again. So with those being said, that's the first reason why I wanted to come back. And after that, it's definitely my teammates are a big reason why I came back. I owe them all I got while I can, and I feel like I had the opportunity to do that. And I feel like I owe this university that to give them all. And that's what I came back to do, is to have fun, bring memories here, and to keep growing.
Thank you, Rashod. Let's go to Daniel House. Daniel, you're up.
Hey, Rashod, thanks for the time. What was the moment like when you and your teammates first found out your eligibility was restored?
I can't even put it into words. It was just so much excitement. It was definitely a big relief, personally for me. But just being around my teammates and just seeing how happy they was for me shows the connection and the bond that we have built here, and how Coach Fleck has installed brotherhood into us. So it was just really cool just to be around them and see how excited they was about it.
All right, let's go to Megan Ryan with the Star Tribune.
Hey, Rashod, how are you today?
Doing well, you?
Doing okay, thanks for asking. I wanted to just get something clarified. When did you exactly, and I accidentally left this meeting for like a brief moment at the very beginning, so if you already answered this, forgive me. But I wanted to ask, when exactly were you diagnosed, or when did you test positive for COVID? I'm just trying to figure out, like, were you on your team at the time? Like, what was that during workouts, and did you have to like go through that whole process of the contact tracing and stuff, or did it happen when you were away from the team? I guess I'm just kind of curious how you kind of went about telling the team about that and how they kind of handled that part of it.
It happened during the summer, during voluntary workouts when it was really chaotic here and everywhere. That's when I was diagnosed with it. It was right before I opted out. That's when I finally have fully recovered from it. So it was during the summer.
Let's go to Matt Fortuna with The Athletic.
Hi, Rashod. Thanks for doing this. I'm curious, this might be an awkward question for you to answer, but as you opted out and as you opted back in and there was that period of kind of uncertainty, obviously everyone in that locker room, every Gopher fan was going crazy hoping that you'd be clear to play. What was it like to be in your shoes at that moment and just hear really the whole state of Minnesota kind of rooting for you to come back? And not that you ever took for granted what you meant there, but what was it like to kind of, see your life flash before your eyes, so to speak, as far as how much people really appreciated you?
It was a tough time for me, not knowing what was coming next and not being a part of this university anymore and not being a part of this team. All I ever wanted was to be a college football player, and I feel like there's no better place to do it besides here. So I was just really eager to get back with this team and get back to work and make memories and just build. But during that time of uncertainty, it was a very tough time for me. So I'm just really excited to be back.
Go to Darren Wolfson with KSTP.
Hey, Rashod, thanks for doing this. Hope you're well. Are you taking out some sort of insurance policy?
Yes, I am. I have done it already.
Go back to Meg Ryan, Star Tribune.
Rashod, PJ was sharing earlier today that there's a couple of your teammates who are trying to decide, if they're going to stay opt out of the season or play this season. They're kind of, they're still making that decision. And I was curious, so you don't have to name names, obviously, but being that you're someone who went through that same process and, initially felt like you were going to opt out and then decided you would play, how have you maybe coached some of your teammates through that decision or tried to maybe help them with that, or maybe just been a resource for them?
For me, the only advice that I would give someone in this time of uncertainty in this situation is to put your health first and make sure that you're okay before you make a serious decision about playing football or doing anything in life when it comes to your health. So that would be the first advice that I would give.
Let's go to Andy Greeter, St. Paul Pioneer Press.
Rashod, last year you received, some double teams, but without Tyler and now without Demetrius, how are you preparing to see multiple defensive backs shadowing you, and how are you kind of preparing for maybe an opportunity or a time when your numbers might not match what they did last year, just given the attention you might receive?
Not concerned about the numbers, never have, but I know I got a brother to the left of me. I know I got a brother to the right of me. Whether that's Tanner Morgan, Chris Altman-Bell, Brevin Spenford, Muhammad Ibrahim. If I can get the job done, somebody will. It's not just me out there on the field by myself. And I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for any of those guys or the alumni that has played here. So kudos to them, and I'm excited to see what happens.
Let's go to Eric Strack.
Hi, Rashod. What are some of your, given the shortened season, what are some of your goals, expectations for 2020? And are you guys preparing specifically for Michigan yet? Or are you guys focusing more on your own stuff right now?
We've always chose to focus on ourselves, but the goal this year is to have fun and make memories. And football is just something that we get to do while doing that. So that's what we're excited about.
All right, just a reminder, if you have a question, send me a message in chat. We will go to back to Daniel House.
Rashod, I know how hard you've been training this off season. Which areas do you think you've improved the most?
With me being away from the Gophers, I've just had a lot of time to watch film on myself and on other receivers. So just looking at it in the overall aspect, just focusing on everything, bigger, faster, route running, catching ability, catch radius, everything. When you're working on trying to get your game to elite level, it's not just about one specific area. It's about being elite in all those areas. So I just been trying to focus on everything.
All right, let's go to the voice of the Gophers, Mike Grimm.
Hey,
Mike?
Rashod, good to see you. Can you talk about the importance of switching to 0, the jersey number, and what it means to you and why you made that choice?
I just think it's a very important time to be able to use the platform that all of us student athletes have been blessed with, and with social injustice and everything, and racism going on in this country. I wanted to use my platform in a positive way and create this quote of zero tolerance for racism. So that's something that I talked about with Coach Fleck as soon as I decided to opt back in, and we both thought it was a great idea. So we decided to stick with it.
Mike, you have a follow-up?
Yeah. Also, in regard to that, I think there's a new program now within the program called Here. Can you kind of enlighten us a little bit on what that's about?
It's just something that we've been talking about as a leadership council and the football team. I know Coach Fleck is going to be able to release more information about that later. So I'm going to just wait till he does that and wait until that time comes.
All right, let's go to Phil Urban, please. Phil, go ahead.
Hey, Rashod, thanks for doing this. Can you just kind of take a little bit of a step back and explain what the emotional journey's been like for you? I mean, just literally several weeks ago, you were planning for a professional career, and yet here you are in a Gophers polo. What's that journey kind of been like for you, and how do you sort of sum it up as you move forward here? Thanks.
It's been a wild roller coaster But me being here in this roadbook program has prepared me for times like this and times that we're going to continue to go through in this world. But it was a tough time, and I made it out. I'm the Hatcheries. I've been since all this stuff has been going on. I'm excited to be back with this team because everybody in this program and every person here knows how to put a smile on everybody's face. When you come in the facility and you can do that, you can't love but to be here.
We'll take just a couple more. Back to Meg Ryan, Star Tribune.
Rashod, when we last talked, you were mentioning how, when you were gone from the team for that little bit, it was kind of a lonely time for you. And I wanted to know if you could expand on that a little bit more about just what it is about the Gophers team that ever since you came here from Georgia, like, why do you feel like you found such a sense of home and belonging and family here? Like, what do you think it is about this team or this state or this city that's kind of, brought that out for you?
For one, just being a part of this program, we say it all the time, but the Rotoboat way is really, it's a lifestyle that we've been taught and that we've all committed to, that we take very seriously. And that has helped us create a special bond between everybody that walks through the facility. And during that time, it was tough not knowing any answers or who I was going to play for next, or there was just really no direction of where to go. It was a tough time, a lonely time, but thankfully I'm here today. I am here with the team, and I'm just happy to be with them. Everybody that's a part of this team has reached out to me, checked in up on me, and that's what it's all about. That's what it means the most. They've helped me get to where I am right now. So
we'll take two more. We'll go to Andy Greeter, and then we'll finish with Matt Fortuna. So Andy, go ahead.
Rashod, you had success kind of out of the gate as a true freshman. Now with some other true freshmen in the building that PJ has been very high on. What have you seen from them, and what are the keys to having success right away as a true freshman?
I just feel like you got to come in and work, and that's something that all of us do. All the freshmen here now are coming in and they're working their butts off. And I know when the time comes, no matter when it could be, especially with this season, it could be any time. But we all have confidence, everybody in this program, that they'll be prepared for whatever comes and thrown at them.
Cool. Last question goes to Matt Fortuna with The Athletic.
Hey, Rashod, kind of piggybacking on a question that was asked 2 questions ago, but you got an RTB tattoo 2 years ago. I mean, I don't think anyone was going to ever question your love of this program, but can you kind of take us through then to now, just how much that love has grown, so to speak, and how reality has met expectations or even succeeded it?
It definitely hasn't met his expectations. It's definitely succeeded it. I got this Rotoboat tattoo on me because I knew it would be a special place for me coming here at the U. So just being a part of this program, and just like I said, the brotherhood that we have is just special, and is just bonds that that nobody can ever break. And it's very special to be a part of. So I'm just really excited to be here.
All right, I want to thank everyone for joining us. I want to thank Rashod. I'll be sure to share this in our digital press box, and I'll email that link out momentarily. Thank you all.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.